We are live, and welcome once again to the greatest wrestling show on television with a guy with an earpiece in that I can see. How you doing? Hollywood J. Williams here. Welcome. Today is October 6th, 2015. Dangerous Dan here, filling in for John Zimmerman, the long-lost Aubrey St. John. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I like the new hairstyle.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Time for a change, you know.
Time for a change. That's it. So, how's it been? Long time no see.
Good. I felt like I needed some time to myself, so I kind of stayed away from everyone and everything.
Everyone, everything. Everybody needs that once in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
But
now I'm back, though.
Now you're back, and you're ready to join us on the indie scene once again, right?
Oh, of course. Who's going to cover it and look as good as I do?
Exactly, because this Saturday night we have Us versus Them Wrestling once again, and next Saturday we have Revival, and the Saturday after that we have Pioneer Valley with the Wrestling Dead. So we got a packed October here.
And then we have CTWE in November.
CTWE comes. You have any information about that?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming, huh?
Coming.
It's coming. That's it. I gotta fix this earpiece, guys. Excuse me. This looks a little weird, but why not? All right, I think it's fixed. Dan, you are very quiet this week.
It looks a little weird. Jay, you always look a little weird, bro. Anyway, today is October 6th, 2015, and we want to send out a very happy 80th birthday to the one and only Bruno Sammartino.
The one and only WWE Hall of Famer, Bruno Sammartino. Absolutely. Nice to see he's still going strong after all this time.
I know, I honestly didn't think he was 80 years old, but he was way before my time. But
So, somebody you got to respect, definitely.
oh, of course.
Right. This week, our telecast, in order to prepare for this Saturday and Us versus Them Wrestling, we have graphics to show for Us versus Them Wrestling, the card. Basically, we're going to spell it out for everybody. And we have footage from the last time.
Oh, awesome.
You remember that night?
Yes.
Or most of it anyway, right?
Not even right.
You can spell?
Yes. We can spell in North Haven.
I'm surprised, but then again, you got that shiny new high school, so you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't get the opportunity to go to the new North Haven High School. I was in the old one.
You didn't go to the North Haven Penitentiary, the high school?
It's a university.
The university?
Right. No. I was 1994 was 10 years later would be the last class to graduate out of the old high school before the new one was built and ready to go. So I'm a legend in this town. You already knew that.
Well, he's a legend in his own mind, but you know, what are we going to do about that?
How do you think that statue is coming along? They're building of me on the green.
That is true. And let me tell you, bro, the pigeons are happy. They have a place to do this business.
I don't know why they're putting it next to the cannon, though. The cannon's right here, and there's my statue right there. Looks like they're gonna fire upon me.
Well, I think
They'll blow it away.
Well, I think they're trying to make up for lack of your own personal measurements. You know.
Oh, that was not cool. I have to get a corrective already. Did you happen to watch the Bound for Glory this weekend?
Well, the palatial estate that I was supposed to go over and view that event at decided to change their minds at the last moment.
Oh. Who are these people?
Well, let me tell you, those people, if I should see them again, well, they're just going to get us.
Well, lay the smackdown on them.
Lay the smackdown.
I mean, I know we had a hurricane, or we were supposed to over the weekend, but it never happened. Well, so who's using that as an excuse?
Well, actually, there was a hurricane at Bound for Glory.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
There was a hurricane.
There was a hurricane.
Aubrey knows what I'm referring to.
Right. A different kind of hurricane.
A different kind of hurricane. A hurricane was blowing in there and may have his sights set on the X Division title.
Wow.
As well as Matt Hardy is now the world heavyweight champion.
Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the special referee for that.
Yes, he was.
And Matt Hardy's the new champion.
And Matt Hardy's the new champion.
And then nothing happened.
Oh, of course not.
As far as
No foul
chicanery, foul play, it was a legitimate match. The Hardys would never do anything like that.
In the
right?
world of wrestling, never.
Never, huh?
You know that. You know, I see you've got some notes on the event over there, Jay.
I have a rundown of the card while we're waiting for some of this footage to be prepared and ready to go. I have a match between Tigre Uno, Manic, and DJ Zima Ion. It was like a three-way match. Tigre Uno victorious there.
Yeah, Tigre Uno is actually a much better talent than I thought he would be. I thought he would just be a cheap ripoff of Puma, but he's actually surprised me what he can do in the ring.
Really?
Yeah.
So we had that. We had Tyrus, Abyss, Mr. Anderson, Jesse Goddard, Robbie E, who will be at the Us vs. Them event this Saturday evening. Chris Melendez, Mahabali Shera, I think I said that right. Eli Drake, Al Snow, Aiden O'Shea, Tommy Dreamer, and D'Angelo De Niro. Aiden O'Shea is a new talent.
Aiden O'Shea is a new talent for
TNA.
For TNA, yes.
Right. As everybody seems to be leaving TNA, Aiden O'Shea seems to be one of the only people.
Not everybody is leaving TNA. I think you need to stand corrected there. They're still.
Well, obviously this guy O'Shea's coming in.
They're bringing in new talent, and Dixie Carter has announced they're going on a talent tour / talent search over in India.
Right.
Where they discovered Mahabali Shera, who was endorsed by Kurt Angle. And
that's a high endorsement right there.
Right. And Kurt Angle has also made his comeback at Bound for Glory.
Right. Kurt Angle made his comeback too. The winner of that was Tyrus. If you want to jump over to Kurt Angle, and Eric Young had basically a throwdown, hardcore kind of match, right? Slobberknocker. Eric Young, if you want to get into a slobberknocker with anybody, you can get into it with Eric Young for sure.
Well, Eric,
you can get into it with just about anybody.
Oh, I can get into it with that, but that's right. Being Irish, heck, we're there.
Kurt Angle over Eric Young in a slobberknocker.
Kurt Angle just came back from surgery, so.
Again. Mm-hmm. He's got to be ending the road and wrapping up his career. Got to be soon.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Right.
I mean, all the injuries he's had over the years, but he still goes out there and gives 110% when he does get in the ring.
Absolutely, he gives it his all every time. He's somebody that he's been talked about for WWE Hall of Fame, even still. I mean, there's always the chance he could come back to the WWE one day. I mean, they say no, but they said other people would never be back, and other people would never go there, and they ended up happening. So,
in the world of wrestling, never say never.
Never say never.
And Earl Hebner, one half of the world famous Hebner twins. Mm-hmm. Of course, referee was inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame the night before Bound for Glory.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So you have Jeff Jarrett this year as well as Earl Hebner.
Right.
So you have two inductees. Sort of moving up. Usually lately, we've only been doing one, but this year we have two. So
you have the old TNA is kind of clearing out some of the old fogies. Let's call it as it is. The Dudley Boys, Sting who got injured in his match against Seth Rollins recently, and it has to have some deteriorating effect on the morale of their locker room.
Yeah.
And TNA is bringing in new talent. A lot of people thought, oh my God, AJ Styles is gone. What are we going to do about an AJ Styles? But for every AJ Styles out there, there's somebody on the indie circuit waiting to step up, waiting to make their mark in the wrestling world.
It's just something that happens with any business.
Right.
When somebody leaves, somebody else takes over.
Right.
Just it works with anything. It works with wrestling too. You know, if your big major star leaves your company, somebody else is going to come along and be the next big star.
Right. Well, accordingly, you want to take a star from, you know, a talent and build him up from scratch into that next big star.
Right.
Is how it should properly be done. So you're currently rejuvenating your roster, building it up, keeping things interesting for the fans.
Right. Exactly. We had the King of the Mountain match between Bobby Roode and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Roode was victorious there at Bound for Glory. You had the American Wolves successfully defend the tag titles over a team called Trevor Lee and Brian Myers. You know anything about
Trevor
them?
Lee and Brian Myers are a good solid team. They had they actually had the tag team titles with when TNA did the invasion angle with hostile takeover angle rather. With Jeff Jarrett's GWF, or Global Force Wrestling promotion. And they won the titles there, and since there was a automatic defense clause built in, as there is to every title, the American Wolves got their shot, got the belts back, and from my understanding, I was reading today, coming up in the local area, local talents may want to be on the lookout for. The American Wolves are having a training seminar in the upcoming future.
Amazing.
Yes, I am.
The American Wolves with a training seminar would be really great because they are former Ring of Honor talent as well. Tag champions over there, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, don't know too much about it, but
yeah, I kind of look at them as this decade's British Bulldogs.
That's a good analogy.
I think they're you know, move for move, talent, strength for strength, weakness for weakness. They're certainly up there.
Right. Who can go wrong with a knockouts match like Gail Kim and Awesome Kong? Gail Kim successfully defending the knockouts championship. She's the one that started the knockouts division there, and she's still going strong after all this time.
And I know you're certainly a huge fan of Gail Kim.
Right.
But let me pivot for a second and ask Aubrey about what is your opinion of Gail Kim?
I love her, and WWE. Gail Kim is a perfect example of another person that WWE let the ball drop. Let the ball drop.
Right.
On.
Absolutely.
She is arguably one of the best women in the business, and she's still going hard. And for WWE to just drop the ball on her and not use it properly, that was their loss.
Right.
TNA actually, gave her a home, and she's been doing what she was meant to be doing.
Exactly.
And she's definitely an inspiration to females out there that want to do this and that don't want to just win a diva search and then look all pretty and not know how to wrestle.
Yeah.
That's not what women's wrestling is.
Absolutely not.
Right. And where you have the WWE talking about possibly bringing back the women's championship, well, the TNA has always had the knockouts title.
Right.
They haven't phased it in, phased it out, phased it in, phased it out.
No, they've always had it. They've always had it.
I think if they're going to separate the brands like SmackDown and Raw, then yes, bring it back so you could have because you already have the Divas Championship, and then you already have the NXT Women's Championship. I didn't agree with the Women's Champion being taken away, but now that you have it, and quite honestly, most of these girls are garbage, so I wouldn't want them holding the Women's Championship out. So.
No,
except for the new girls that are coming up, like Charlotte and Sasha Banks, of course.
Sasha Banks, of course,
that are actually doing something. But I don't want to see Nikki Bella or Alicia Fox or Paige with no women's championship.
I think Nikki Bella's time is. I don't even think it should have been there to begin with. But to be honest,
well, when you're dating the boss's,
exactly
go-to boy, you get what you want.
You can do whatever you want, I guess. Right.
And of course, getting into the main event of the evening,
Matt Hardy winning the TNA title in a three-way over Drew Galloway and Ethan Carter III. Ethan Carter III, who we saw at Us versus Them wrestling with the TNA title, mind you.
Yeah.
Right, and of course Jeff Hardy, as we stated, was the special referee for that match.
Oh yeah, and we have a new champion in Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
So I mean, he deserves it.
And it's about
Jeff Hardy's always had, he's had 3 or 4 title reigns, I think even in TNA and a couple in WWE's, and Matt's never had one world title reign yet, I don't believe.
No, not that I remember.
No, never.
Right, never.
And I feel bad for Matt because even though they're both talented, everyone's always talking about Jeff.
And nobody's ever talking about Matt. Right.
Matt has been through so much in wrestling and in his personal life, and the fact that he keeps going and he doesn't quit, doesn't give up, and now he's champion, it's very well deserved. He's not my favorite wrestler, but it's very well deserved.
It's very well deserved.
And certainly with the name like Matt Hardy as champion, we may see a ratings increase. I mean, rumor is I've been reading that Tyrus is going to face Matt Hardy coming up, and certainly they're doing a little bit more with Tyrus.
I don't think Tyrus is.
Well, Tyrus isn't
ready for the belt yet.
I agree with you there. I don't think he's ready for the belt either.
I like the guy. He's a likable guy, but he's, in my opinion, he's not ready for that belt.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you on that 100%, Aubrey. But I think TNA has done a little bit more with him than when he was dancing with the Funkadactyls.
The
Funkadactyl, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think the Funkadactyl outshined him. I remember Beverly the Funkadactyl, but him, I don't even remember that much. It was like, to me, he was in the background because, it wasn't anything major. So.
Well, a good-looking woman does that. I mean, look at us. We're sitting here, and Aubrey's
I'm currently here by myself, guys.
Yeah.
Aubrey's the star of the show. So
before we get into our footage here, Aubrey, what have you've been training at all? Are you ready yet to jump into the ring? Are we ready to see the Squared Circle debut of Aubrey?
I'm always ready to lay the smack on someone. But, yeah, I've been training. I don't want to be, I'm training to be a manager. But while training to be a manager, of course, they'll teach you how to wrestle and how to defend yourself.
Yeah.
But do I want to run around smacking these girls in the Northeast? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't think they're ready for me.
Maybe they're not ready for you. Give them some time to develop.
Yeah, I've been seeing. I'm very.
Let them have their careers while they can have them before you get there.
I mean, I'm glad that now the Northeast has. Now we're having girls like Mecca and Ashley and. Toxis, and Delmi, all these girls. I'm glad that now we are finally seeing females, but I want to let them shine for a little bit, Because when I come for them, I want to come strong.
Exactly.
So for now, I'm just watching them and
Who's this Mariah Reynolds or Mick Reynolds or somebody by that name?
Mariah Moreno.
Is that it?
I don't know her.
No.
I trained with Paola.
Okay.
At In Your Face Wrestling Academy.
Where's that based out of?
That's based out of Troy, New York.
Troy, New York.
So, and I definitely want to, like, you know, I picked that school, even though it's an 8-hour commute each way. I picked it because one of my trainers, which is, you know, the head trainer is Drake. He's an awesome guy and an awesome instructor. But Paola, who helps, and she's transgender, and I love that. Like, I don't have that many people to look up to besides her and Nyla Rose, who's another girl.
Right.
Down south, and Roxy. But yeah, that's who I wanna maybe someday face too, along the lines.
Yeah. I mean, we can't wait to see it. Definitely.
And talk about training. I think the Wolves have a seminar coming up too.
The Wolves, their seminar.
Indeed, they do, and we're gonna have to be on the lookout for that. It's getting close, I believe, although the exact date I'm not 100% sure of.
Right. Well, we'll keep the viewing public informed. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Because the American Wolves, who wouldn't like to be trained by the TNA Tag Team Champions?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's very, you know, it's an honor right there. One of the largest companies in, you know, wrestling companies there is right now.
I think if you want to learn, it's good to learn from people who are already in there. You know, you want to learn from people who, like the Wolves, are already in TNA, already have that TV exposure. That's who you want to learn from. You don't want to learn from somebody you've never heard before. You know, like some yarder.
Right.
So.
I think we're all ready. If they can hear me back with this us versus them. This is from the last time back in August of this. You know, the end of last August. We have Cashflow Ken Broadway. I think he works in the New York area, if I'm not mistaken. Taking on the Masshole Mike McCarthy.
You did say Masshole.
Masshole.
From Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's what they call them up there.
That's a new term. It's on the dictionary now. Yeah.
So, whenever we're ready. That was Mike McCarthy taking on Cash Flow Ken Broadway. Of course, we saw with Ken Broadway, we saw Maximum Mecca and Ariella Nix, great talent out of New York.
Yes.
Right, and on the other side of the coin there, helping Mike McCarthy out were, of course, Ashley Vox and Delmy XO, the Sea Stars.
Yes.
Who Ashley's called into this program before.
And you actually interviewed her that night, or both of them actually.
I interviewed the two of them that night. Definitely, we have to get this together. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. I want to get a group of girls in here and have you host it.
Yeah, let's do girls' night.
We have to, we have to get a little aggressive with it.
And we're not going to talk about who's the hottest wrestler, because we're not like other shows. We don't care who the hottest wrestler is. We just care about wrestling,
Exactly.
We all know who's the hottest wrestler.
Oh, of course. We had another match there. This is the East Coast Bastard Crew.
Watch your mouth, young man.
That's the name of the group. Featuring the Dirt Dog, Jeremy Leary. We have a call coming in, though, first. Why don't we get to this call? And then... It didn't transfer yet.
Okay.
We'll get to this call, and we'll get to some more beautiful, exciting...
And ladies,
us versus them footage. You are live on the Squared Circle. Hello?
Jason Williams.
Well, hello there.
Hollywood.
What are you doing?
I'm calling you live from New York, Yankee Stadium. It's pandemonium here.
Pandemonium. Are you watching the Yankees go down?
I'm hoping to. There's no score yet.
No?
I'm hoping.
Right.
well, the Yankees will be.
But I understand. I haven't seen them yet, but what I understand, the infamous Mario Mancini is here as well.
Really?
Yep. I haven't run into him yet, but I'm sure I will.
You just might. You never know.
Well, I'm sure we're smelling the peanuts and popcorns and everything else,
The show's going great. We just showed the Mike McCarthy Ken Broadway match from Us versus Them.
Fantastic.
We're leading into Us versus Them for this Saturday evening, back up in Enfield once again.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was just calling so that we're on playing hooky on you guys.
Oh no, that's all right. You deserve it.
We've got a much better replacement sitting in your chair.
I'm guessing that's Aubrey.
Aubrey's right here, of course.
Hello, Cinnamon.
I keep missing you, Aubrey. I have a whole bunch of items for you that I've been carrying around. But we will run into each other.
I know you're playing hooky. What's up with that?
I watch the Yankees compete.
He's using his sick
I come
time.
back from my hiatus and you're not here.
I know. I will see you soon. Well, enjoy the rest of the show. I'm going to go watch the Yankees get their butts handed to them.
Right.
Oh.
All right.
Go relax because others can't.
Someone can't afford to.
Right. You bet your life.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, there, John. John Zimmerman, of course, checking in from Yankee Stadium.
World famous.
Awesome.
Using that sick time up. Well, he's sick of the Yankees, I guess.
Well, he's sick on something.
He's sick on something. Watch out for those peanuts and Cracker Jacks. All right, let's get to this. It's the Minutemen with Chris Pyro versus the East Coast Bastard Crew. We had an extra bonus match in there with Alex Mason and TJ Marconi. Good
Yes.
Times Only. You know anything about Good Times Only? TJ Marconi?
I know you interviewed him for that. After that show, you interviewed him.
We did interview him.
And he's actually all over the Northeast. Pretty decent guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huge, also very, very big.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to step in the room with him.
No.
No.
What do you think of our footage so far?
Our footage so far is phenomenal.
Wow.
It's off the hook. Why? Because this is the #1 wrestling show by the fans for the fans.
Right. A proud supporter of independent wrestling.
Indeed we are.
Indeed we are. We also think how much if they could let me know on back how much time we have left, because we got about 22 minutes. And if they could let me know how long that battle royal is, I think we could probably squeeze it in. The battle royal is about 10 minutes.
And our number once again for those wanting to call in is
203-907-0436. Let's go with that battle royal. All right.
call in now. You can speak to the world famous Aubrey St. John at 203-907-0436. Or we'll even let you talk to Jay.
Mark Quinn has been eliminated. Ken Broadway has been eliminated. Scotty Wild has been eliminated. Eddie Lee Ray has been eliminated. Sam on Demand has eliminated himself. TJ Marcooney has been eliminated. Pumas Hole Mike McCarthy has been eliminated. The Necromancer has been eliminated. 4 men remain.
Yeah.
Yes!
Us versus them.
Me versus you. I'm telling you.
Square Circle versus, well, never mind. Hey now. That was incredible. We had some interviews from there, but we also have some graphics too for the next card. I don't know what is readily available right now for our use. There we have it. Us versus them coming up this Saturday evening, October 10th. On the left there, you can see that's something you can appreciate, Dan. I think he's a former TNA talent, and Crazy Steve taking on Fluffy the Killer Bunny.
Crazy Steve, I was never big on.
Right.
Fluffy the Killer Bunny. I wonder where they got that idea.
I don't know. I have no idea. It reminds us of a monkey, maybe. Sort of, I guess. I don't know.
I'm pretty sad that Steve was gonna be by himself and not with the crew. I like seeing the whole.
Yeah, I know.
That was actually one of the
The
stables.
menagerie.
The menagerie.
Yeah, that's why I said one of the stables that I actually enjoyed seeing come together because they all look like animals, but they play no games in the ring. So that should be an interesting match. Poor Bunny.
Poor Bunny.
Well, Steve's never really impressed me talent-wise, but hopefully he'll prove me wrong at Us versus them.
Hopefully. We also have the East Coast Bastard Crew once again, featuring the Dirt Dog himself, Jeremy Leary, taking on Colt Cabana and two of our favorites from Pioneer Valley, of course, Johnny Idol and Marshall McNeil.
I am so looking forward to seeing Colt Cabana live in action. I will see him on, online and
The podcast, of
the
course.
pack has, and yeah, and I follow him on the Instagram stuff.
Right. Everybody
But,
remembers the
I'm
famous
definitely-
podcast from last November, the last time anybody in the wrestling business heard from CM Punk.
Yes, and I'm definitely looking forward to him.
Definitely. More TNA talent here. Robbie E goes one-on-one with a member of the Aristocrats, of course, Zachary Pierre Boileau, or Boileau, however he decides to pronounce it.
Robbie E has the ability to get in the ring, play some head game psychologically, as well as wrestle a solid match. Zachary Pierre Boileau, we've seen him on different cards from here to there, and
Right.
it should be an interesting matchup on that night.
Oh, definitely. The Aristocrats can go, that's for sure. We're
That
all familiar with all the Aristocrats. William King, Tomahawk, absolutely.
Well, Tomahawk, of course, was kind enough to call in the show and give us some of his time for an interview.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Wolfgar, of course, another great talent. We also, on the right here, we have Shane Marvel going one-on-one with Johnny Torres. Shane Marvel, I understand this is going to be his, he's moving to Arizona or something, so
No,
we're not going to be...
he's going to California.
California.
Yeah.
Going back to Cali.
I'm going. Yeah, but that should be interesting. So if you are a fan of Shane Marvel, then definitely come to the show because this is gonna be his last show for a while in the Northeast.
In the
before he
Northeast.
goes to Cali.
If you go to Cali, I'm sure he'll get associated with any wrestling out that way.
So for fans
Yeah.
of Shane Marvel, that's a can't miss match.
Exactly. Speaking of TJ Marconi, once again, accompanied to the ring by his manager, DJ Haven, we have a three-way match here, taking on Juba and a man familiar to us from PWA, Wrecking Ball Legursky,
Yes.
Wrecking Ball Legursky, also a friend of the show,
former guest.
former guest. He's we have three of the largest men on the Northeast Independent Circuit. I've got to go with Wrecking Ball Legursky though.
I'm gonna go with Marconi. I like Wrecking Ball, and he. We have a call. We have an incoming call.
We have an incoming call. Let's get to that incoming call quick here. Live on the Square Circle.
Hi there, how you doing?
Hey. What's good? Is this RJ?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, buddy?
Good. I'm just, just taking care of, some personal business and, I'll be doing that soon. I was gonna start last week, but some personal issues came up, so I have to take care of that first. And then once I'm all set, then I'll be heading back to PWA sometime maybe this week, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I'm just trying to get, all my, personal issues out of the way first before I go back and do what I have to do.
Oh yeah.
No, I understand. I just got back today.
Yeah. Because there's been a lot going on too, so it's like.
Right. Well, we're glad to see you're getting better. Little by little.
I'm already fully but I've been, doing a lot of stretching and exercising and all that too, and I've been doing a lot of working out.
Mm-hmm. Stretching is very, very important anytime you do any physical activity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that too. I'm already fully healed up, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll be ready.
Oh yeah. We know you will.
We'll be here waiting.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're looking forward to us versus them coming up this Saturday up in Enfield at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you going?
This will be interesting. I mean, if I can, I will.
Right.
I'll see if I can make it up there. If I can, I will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we should have a great time, that's for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like a plan, right?
And certainly, if there's anyone that knows about stretching, RJ, it's Hollywood.
Stretching.
Stretching.
Oh, you gotta stretch every time you go running, of course.
Exactly.
Those road races.
Yeah, I do that a lot too, and I try to get up early because I get up early in the morning. So before I head off to where I have to go, make sure I do a run. But then I also do another run. I go to high school and I'm doing almost 6 laps a day.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that hour that I'm there only. So.
Mm-hmm.
I always have running to do every single day in the morning.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta wrap things up there, RJ.
No problem.
We're gonna show the rest of the card, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, 4 minutes. It went by.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think we don't have any more graphics there to show. I think we're all set with those. Right. Put them on one more time. Once again, you have Wrecking Ball Ligursky. You have TJ Marconi, Good Times Only, and you have Juba there in a 3-way match. Next one. There we got Robbie E once again taking on Zachary Pierre Boileau. Shane Marvel, his last appearance here in the Northeast for the time being anyway, taking on Johnny Torres. You have the East Coast Bastard Crew taking on Colt Cabana, Johnny Idol, and Marshall McNeil. And you have Crazy Steve, formerly of TNA, going one-on-one with Fluffy the Killer Bunny. I think maybe that's something having to do with the upcoming Halloween season. I don't know. Also featured, I didn't mention this yet, they also signed Jinder Mahal, formerly of WWE. He will be at Us versus Them.
Crew, right?
Right. And the Sea Stars with their open challenge.
You feel like getting in the ring with me? As my partner?
We can do it.
Aubrey and Dangerous Dan
I'll stand behind you.
taking on the Sea Stars. Dan's always looking for a fight anyway. I mean,
Oh hell yeah! I'm Irish. You get one rum and coke at me. I'm
I
good.
heard you're quite rowdy when you run out of bubble gum.
Huh?
I heard you turn quite rowdy when you run out of bubble gum.
Oh, I do. When I go places to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and when I run out of bubble gum, look out.
look out, huh? Look out. So, anybody else have any thoughts here? Not really.
No.
At a
not really.
loss. At a loss.
Well,
Blowing off anything? You want to blow off some steam there, Dan?
well, on the upcoming in the upcoming future,
Right.
you and I will be in East Haven.
Right.
At Stop and Shop, hosting another one of our famous food drives / what we call a dual drive, because it goes to help the women and children at Life Haven, as well as the East Haven Pantry.
Right.
And of course, we're hoping to see everybody out at that event. And I just, you know what?
You have the date yet?
No, you available?
I might. I'm inquiring.
It's October 17th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The cameras will be rolling, so we'll be there, and we'd like to give special thanks to our sponsor, American Steamed, home of the champion steamed cheeseburger.
92 Quinnipiac Street in Wallingford.
That sounds so good right now.
Oh yeah, got to check it out.
They do takeout for those in the local area.
Also, we talk about this Saturday coming up with Us versus Them. On October 17th, we have Revival Pro Wrestling up in Palmer, Massachusetts. A new place for me to get lost now.
Oh boy.
Right,
It's always fun when Jay gets lost, because then
Right.
I get lost, and then
we all
you know.
get lost, right? We have that, and then, of course, October 24th, Pioneer Valley presents The Wrestling Dead. And you have the main event there of AJ Cruz and Brad Hollister.
And Pioneer Valley is always a tremendous show. If you haven't been out to check out that company, to watch one of their shows, I strongly encourage fans watching our show to make the journey and check out their show. That's going to be where again?
That's going to be in Hadley, Massachusetts at the American Legion Club.
So it's well worth the trip.
Definitely. But for now, we'll see you next Tuesday. For Aubrey, Dangerous Dan, Hollywood J. Williams, good night and good luck.